Today's episode, we're going to take a look at former FTC chair, Lena, now part of the Zohran transition team, talking with our guy, Jon Stewart. Let's get into it.
Just a few days ago, before we saw the deal in the Senate, I saw reported in the Wall Street Journal that the FAA had started telling people that their private jets might not be able to land as easily at some of the busiest airports. And it was a really interesting question, like, should private jets have been stopped on day one of the shutdown, maybe?
They're exempted. They're the essential workers. How else would we get charcuterie? I believe charcuterie is flown to the United States purely by private jet. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Weekly Show podcast. My name is Jon Stewart. I will be your host for today's program. This Wednesday, November 12th, you're probably getting it on Thursday. You're probably right now reading through the 22,000 pages of emails that Jeffrey Epstein talked about with Donald Trump. It gets deeper and darker as we speak. But I am focused on the future, and especially the future of the great city of New York City and this great nation. And we are always delighted in those moments to talk to somebody who's got her hand in a variety of those issues. So let's get to our guest. We're very excited to have her. She's the former chair of the FTC. I'm going to say that's Federal Trade Commission. I really don't even know. I just like to say FTC. Teaching at Columbia last week, joined Zohran Mamdani's transition team, where she is also the co-chair. So please welcome Lena.
Great to be here.
Hello.
Hi.
You're co-chair of the Mamdani campaign transition team.
That's right.
When does the new mayor take over in New York City?
He gets sworn in on January 1st, 2026.
Literally drop of the ball. Boom.
That's right.
Does it happen actually at midnight?
I think there's some discretion on when he formally kind of takes the oath and gets sworn in. But I understand, once that calendar changes, he gets to be mayor.
Can I make the pitch? Sworn in by Seacrest. As soon as the ball drops, Mariah Carey on one side wearing like kind of a white wool or fur snuggie. Maybe on the other side, Boys to Men. And then he delivers it right in Times Square. I'm the new mayor. Let's do this.
But they also have, agencies that are focused on small businesses. How do we create a more level playing field for them? As well as agencies that are thinking about economic development. And do we want to do economic development in the city in a way that's very skewed towards big corporate interests? Or do we want to have, again, more of a level playing field?
Oh, I'm going to say skewed towards corporate interests. I feel like what could go wrong? That sounds like it's worked for us for the past 50 years. I don't know why. Why would we change horses now, Lena?
I mean, I think New York City is demanding it. I think his win was a pretty decisive rejection of the politics of the past and a real desire to turn the page.
Now, it's interesting you bring this up. So I wonder if New York City, how eccentric it is. So you're talking about different things, tax policy and things like that. Obviously, the city council and the governor of New York also have a role to play in a lot of those different areas. How much does the chief executive in New York, the mayor, affect those policies, or is it lobbying those policies? Is it executive action? Does he have to get the city council on board for those types of things? What are the limits to that?
It's a great question. So there are going to be certain provisions where he's going to need to have to work closely with city council or with the governor, including relating to some of what the tax proposals could be. But there are agencies within his jurisdiction that the mayor has, standalone authority to sue. So if you find corporate lawbreakers, you can use the DCWP, a department that is focused on consumer and worker protection, to take that on.
That's more in line with the things that you used to do, sort of those types of enforcement actions.
That's right. As well as, thinking about just what are the levers within New York City that the mayor can unilaterally use to make life better for working people here.
It's real simple, people. The big money does not like Zohran Mamdani, because the man actually has plans to do things for the average person, to make his city more like all the European cities that actually are democratic socialist cities. Democratic socialists. Once again, different from socialists. I want you to understand that. Every first world country outside of us, that's what they are. They still have all the same rights, all the same freedoms that we have. Except they have more, like universal health care. Do not let Republicans and greedy Democrats gaslight you on that. Do not let them do it while they're sitting up in Congress with their universal health care. Even though they have millions. Think about that. They don't want you to have universal health care, but they have universal health care. Think about that. Yeah, Zohran, he's scaring these people. There's a few other places that won too. Was it Portland? Where Democrat Socialists won. Yeah. Evil Republicans and greedy Democrats do not want this to become a theme. They do not want this to become a bigger pattern. It's becoming a pattern. They don't want you to know what it's really all about. And Khan here, the lady, yeah, she was ran out by no good Trump and his no good administration. The FTC, when she was there, was about helping people. Just like the Consumer Protection Bureau was. They don't want that. They want to help big international corporations. Screw you. Big giant banks. That's what the Republican administration under Trump is all about. That's what the Republican Party is all about. That's why they ran her out and got rid of the CDPB, whatever it was, Consumer Protection Bureau. It actually helped protect you. Got your money back. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. That's all I got for this episode. Thanks for watching.